Hello, welcome everybody. Today we are going to discuss the difference between the calculated columns and the measures. See here the calculated columns means we have to create another column with respect to the values which are there in this column, these columns. Measures means okay, it will be a function that will be stored in the memory, and at the time of creating the initialization, the measures are used. So we are going to, there's a difference between the columns, calculated columns and the measures. The calculated columns means okay, when you create the evaluation is done with respect to each rows. That means, see now we will take the case of these two columns, quantity and price. If you, the price of a product is 8.5 and the quantity is, let it be 1. So that means the quantity of a product which is having one quantity is 8.5. Now we are having two, the quantity is 2. So the actual price or the revenue will be 2 into 8.5, that is around 17 rupees. So if you want to know the total revenue, that means all the values in this column into all the values in this column and the sum of all those values. So we can calculate this only through calculated columns. If you try for the measure, if you try to write a measure, writing this column into this column, we'll get a number, we'll get a value which will be very huge, because what measure will do is that it will add all these columns and it will give the value. It will add all these columns, get the value, and multiply them both the values. So that will be very huge amount. But what calculate column does is that it will multiply each and every row. It will get the product. It will get the product in one column, and it will sum up all the values in that column, and it will get the results. We can see it through an example. What is the difference and how much variation the values are there. So first we will, what we can do is that we can create a calculated column named revenue, which will be quantity into price. So we will get a column with respect to quality, quantity and price. So for that we have to create a new column. We can name that column as revenue, quantity, price. So now we are getting the actual revenue of this. So the total revenue will be the sum of all these things. So can take the visualization, get a row part, and just where is the revenue we can select, and the actual revenue it will be. So the actual revenue is the sum of all those values. So it will be this much value. 5,28,558 is the actual revenue. We will try to get it through measure also. So when you get it through the measure means okay, the sum of all these values. You can get it through measure. The measure name as total revenue. Okay, sum of the revenue. And so now measure won't be showed here. measure can be seen only by using tables or any of the visuals. So in this card itself, we will show the measure also. So this is the measure total revenue. I'm selecting that. The total revenue is also correct, but we will try to do in a different way, and we'll see. This one we will calculate using measure. So what we can do is that create a measure. So total revenue 1. So what we can do is that we can take all the quantity and price. Directly we can multiply this quantity and price, and we'll see how it is coming. So sum of quantity into sum of price. So we'll try this. So what this formula is going to do is that it will sum up all the values of this quantity. It will sum up all the price quantity, all the price, and then it will multiply it. That will be totally wrong. We will see how much is the value. Total revenue 1. See the value. It is something very huge amount. That is because there are certain places where we have to create the calculated columns and then take the measure instead of directly taking the measure. If you directly take the measure, this is the problem we will get, because it has to go through row by row calculation. Measure will go directly into the column itself. Entire column it will be taking, it will calculate the entire column. Calculated columns means it will go directly throughout both the columns and it will go by row by row. So hope that will show that this will make you understand the difference between the main difference between measure and calculated column. Thank you.